That is so good. Amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm here with singer-songwriter and dancer, performer, artist, multi-talented, Angelique.
Hey.
So I just wanted to ask, because I saw that you also do dance for a long time. How long has it been?
I started dancing when I was like 7 years old.
Long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Very long time.
And I'm always curious with artists who do like different kinds of mediums and, you know, dip their feet in different pools of art. Like, does one affect the other? How do they interact with each other?
Yeah, I think they do 100%, because like without music, there's no like dancing, or like without dancing, like they just go hand in hand with each other. Because I've been doing it like basically all my life. It's sometimes hard for me to like balance the two, or like I've had to figure out how much I can take for myself. So I've had periods where I'm like, oh, I'm sick of music, I'm only in like headstrong on dance, or I'm sick of dance and I go into music. But then there are times where I am so grateful I can merge the two. And that's definitely what I want to do with my newer music coming out. But my brain splits. So like when I'm in dancer mode, I hear like all like the basses and like little details within the music, and just like things that you wouldn't normally hear as like, I don't know, just a normal person.
I mean, if you're good at both of them, they must merge together.
Exactly.
It's natural that they wouldn't, I think.
Yeah, and then like my other half of my brain, like when I'm like specifically focusing on like the music of it all and the aspects of that, the things like the details that like come to me the most are like hearing like the song lyrics, how things are written and phrased, and and then sometimes I just like it's all together, and it's like it's really cool, because then I kind of have like the back end of both sides, and I can see like within my own music too, like how I can kind of maybe cater to like more dancer-ish stuff and more music-y stuff. But all in all, like everything that I like do, I just do what I like to hear. and I love hearing feedback, and so I take that all to heart.
Yeah. And I feel like hearing your songs, they're very fun to, you know, pop a groove to.
Exactly, and I do that.
Helps with production, I'm sure.
I do that all the time in like my live shows too. I don't know if anyone has been to. I think some people has been.
Hey, self-plug it.
Self-plug it. But I do have some coming up, which is awesome and cool, and I love all the time. I think my performance art incorporates just always a live band. I don't think I can do it any other way. I love the energy and the synergy that we have as a whole band and as people, and for me, music and dance is like a way to connect with others, and that's definitely something that I strive to do. And it's like a feel-good thing, you know.
Very much, very lively.
Community. Yeah, exactly.
Is there any like artists that you like that you think kind of harbor the same emotions that you want to or try to do?
This is silly. I've been saying this a lot recently because it's just been popping up. A lot of people have been like, with a lot of my live performances and like songs, they're like, oh, your music and your voice kind of reminds me of like Olivia Dean. And
it's a great compliment.
I know. I'm just like, that's insane that that's a comparison that's happening, but there's still so much I gotta learn. But like I journal a lot. Back in high school, even before I started like releasing and like recording like my own music, I found Olivia Dean randomly on a random Tuesday, I guess. And then in my journal, I was like, oh my God, I found this amazing artist. Her name is Olivia Dean. This is the kind of music I want to write. This is the kind of music I want to perform. She is something that I like strive to be, like someone that I like. She's just someone I like look up to, you know. It's really awesome, and it's kind of crazy how like within the year, like I've only started releasing, recording, and like performing live this like since September or August 2024. So it's like just over a year, and I've had these amazing, great opportunities being able to meet all these amazing musicians too. It's crazy that how I'm able to do that.
Yeah, it's almost like you writing in your journal. You kind of manifested it.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
And you found her before she was famous.
I did. Yeah. But yeah, everyone that like always plays our song, like, I put you on.
Exactly. I would never let that down. I'd brag about it.
Yeah, but it's awesome. She deserves all the flowers.
I think so too. Yeah. When you're like performing in the music scene in Toronto, I mean, I can understand it varies with different genres, but sometimes I feel like it can be a little bit unwelcoming for women and also people of color, queer people. How do you think, like, honest thoughts, how has it been for you performing and interacting?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever had like a horror story, which I'm really grateful for. Yeah. I know it's inevitable, and I'm not wishing it upon anyone or myself, but it's something that like you have to be aware of. So that's why, like, when I first started out, I worked really closely with Conitus.
Yes.
Josh is part of like Conitus as well, and since then we've just also like worked closely together. I've worked closely with them. I went to high school with like a handful of them, so I already kind of like knew who they were, and just with time, they've become honestly like my family, you know, like really great friends, great people, and people that I can trust. And like we're all in the same boat as like we're both starting out, and obviously there is like an upper hand because they are men, but like also having that like community that I can fall back to, or like if there's a concern that I have people to talk to, consult with, like all of that stuff. And it's also just kind of like a lot of discernment with a lot of these performances too, because I have been asked to do different things, but I do like this vibe check thing, you know.
What's the vibe check?
I just have to meet them or like get on a call with them before I do anything, because like you mentioned earlier, like being a woman in a male-dominated field, even like a woman of color, sometimes we're not taken seriously, or our voices aren't heard, or even like we don't have the platform to speak on anything. So anytime I do something, I make sure it aligns with who I am and like my band. I also value my band a lot. A lot of people don't. Sometimes people underestimate like how much work it goes into. Like I guess I'm like the singer, but also the entire band, I wouldn't be there without them. So all the flowers to Conitus.
Shout out Conitus.
Really awesome musicians in the city.
I think the community is really important in a space that can be really terrifying sometimes. I saw you guys it was Between the Boots. I think it was Transac.
Yeah, that was one of my first performances. Yeah,
it was like last year around this time. But you guys created like a whole universe. It was so beautiful. You got this sax player. It just all like, it felt like everything melted together in such a small, beautiful venue. And it was great.
It's so awesome because I think like Conitus, like their story, like they were just a group of friends hanging and writing music, and I feel like that's so important. Like, you can sit down, make yourself write music, and that can turn into beautiful things. But also, it's so cool to see a group of friends just like, it just works and it clicks.
The connection,
like the chemistry, like musically and like all of that stuff, it just works, and you can really see it in the performance too. And that's why I think whenever I perform, like I always try to create kind of like a friendly and like what's it called?
Like an intimate.
Intimate, but also like personal. Like community. Like I like to know the people that I'm working with, because a lot of the songs are intimate and they are talking about things that have happened in my life. So like, they're like my baby, you know. You have to like if I'm like letting people play with me on music and songs and all that stuff, like you want it to know that like they're in good hands.
Exactly.
And they're like cared for, you know?
That's a really good way of going about things and making sure that it's in the right hands.
Exactly.
And I think you did a great job at creating like a warm, intimate space. There's another layer to good music, which is like feeling the authenticity from the artist, and it's like definitely there. I can feel it.
Thank you so
thanks
much
for coming in today.
Oh, that's so
It was an amazing
sweet.
session.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything you wanted to add that we can kind of talk about a bit?
Right now,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this might be a little secret, but I'm saying it because I can. Josh and I, we sang this song in the session earlier, but we have a song coming out next month. The official like announcement of the song hasn't been released yet or dropped, but it will be coming out sometime in November. Yeah.
Flowers.
And like I was talking about earlier when you mentioned like music and dance, a lot of people in those different communities know me as just a singer or like just a dancer, but this project, it's just a single, but this project, it means a lot to me because it was like the start of like a lot of new things. Like it was one of the first songs I've ever like collaborated within like songwriting, because Josh and I, funny story, I wrote the first verse. I was like, hey, I pass it over to Josh, what do you think of this? And then a couple hours later he comes back to me with a verse and I'm like, wait, this could be something. And so then we went to our producer's home studio and we all just like wrote everything within like an hour or two, and then we figured it out like from there. So that's one aspect of like, ooh, this is like something new. But also I also plan on doing like a dance visualizer as well.
Can we see you do backflips? Is that going to be featured?
Maybe not a backflip, but we'll see. I'll try for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Someone will.
Someone will do a backflip.
But yeah.
What's the song called?
It's called Troubles.
Troubles.
Yeah.
We played it.
We're heading into Troubles season.
Are we?
Oh.
Give me a story behind the title, Trouble Season.
Troubles.
And what is Trouble Season to you?
Okay. Well, I think
I'm curious.
Yeah, Josh and I like have briefly like had a conversation about like what this song means. 'Cause like I think for me, this is my interpretation of the song. He may have a different one, which everyone could. I love when people have their own interpretations to my songs and like connect with it in different ways. But personally, that song, it's like two people in a relationship. They know that they're going through a lot of things, but they know they work well with each other, but they just can't get themselves out of this trouble, you know? And they're like ultimately like, things could just be so simple, but I don't know why it's not working.
Sometimes they're just not.
Exactly. And that's okay. I feel like some people, like, especially like people our age right now, they're like, sometimes if things don't work out, it's like the end all be all. But I don't view it like that. I see it as like, okay, I got to experience something with this person. Things were good at a time, but then it just didn't feel good, and that doesn't mean anything. It just means that people are growing. People
it expired.
Yeah.
Actually.
And then you're in trouble.
Yeah, trouble season.
Trouble season.
Listen to Trouble Season. When is it dropping?
November 30th.
November 30th, guys. Remember, save the date.
Yeah, save the date.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for doing the interview and coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
This is like ASMR.
That is so good.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.